I'm sure I probably should say like some big actor's name, but I think that would just terrify me. And you know, it would be somebody that was very talented, but also very eager and very green, like not a lot of experience. Because I think that makes for the best, for a director who's, you know, as inexperienced as I am. I've only done 3 episodes. You know, having an actor that is willing to take direction is the best kind of actor I think a director can have. You know, I was very happy with when the episode Girl Next Door with the kids that I got to direct. Because a lot of times with children or with, you know, young adults, they're so eager just to do good. And if they have talent, then it's really just kind of pushing them in the right direction and saying the right thing to them to get the performance out. And to me, that was very exciting. That really excited me. I think with like a big, you know, talk about like a Daniel Day-Lewis or a Robert De Niro or something, they don't need directing. You know, they're gonna come out, they're gonna come in, they're gonna do what, you know, not to mention, what am I gonna say to them? You know? Nice job, Bob. Maybe just one more? Or if you're good, then I think you're good. So we should just move. Okay, we're moving on, Pete. Yeah, that's probably how that would go. So yeah, I would say just somebody young and willing to take direction would be the best kind of actor that we want. Yeah, thanks. Hi. We're all crazy, you know that, right? Which is why you like us.
So, I was wondering if you like Justin. I know it's a Disney show, but I want to know if you like this actor. If you like his, how he makes his,
James Dean. Do I like James Dean and like his characters? You know, honestly, I'm not a big James Dean fan. I don't, you know, this is my personal opinion. I just never got it. I was like, yeah, he's a pretty boy. But you know, his acting, I was like, eh. I don't know, does anybody agree with me? Or, you know, I mean, he was a really good looking kid, but I think it's tragic what happened to him, and, you know, but I think that, you know, if I was going to talk about somebody who was, you know, that something like that tragic happened, that had a really, really big career ahead of him, and was really talented, would be like River Phoenix. Yeah. So you agree? That I think he was an immense talent, and that was a big loss for the film community. Was I inspired by? Has an actor inspired me? Sure, absolutely. There's, you know, actors, movies, television, music. You know, I get inspired by the things that you guys get inspired by. You know, that's why art is a beautiful thing in all forms.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi.
If you learn from people, we can look. Or you just
Picking a lock is actually very difficult, even with a lockpick set. I don't know if you know that. I've tried to do it, I've done it, but I'm not nearly as good as Dean is portrayed to be. Yeah, we never actually picked the lock. In fact, we do the old bait and switch a lot of times. Like the camera will start on the deadbolt from the inside of the door, and then you see the door open and it's me putting the lockpick set away. I actually had the key. I turn it, That's just the magic of movie making. Or a lot of times if it's Jared and I come, or Sandy coming through the door, Jared will turn it and then put the key in his pocket, and then I will just pretend like it's acting. It's what we do. It's all smoke and mirrors. Yeah, but man, if they were, I don't know that there's anybody that can pick a lock as fast as those two. Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. I'm very sorry.
Me too.
Maybe I'm boring, but I just want to say I love the relationship with the cast, Sunday, because I have just the same relationship with my friend, with my brother, and I love them so much.
Thank you.
Now I want to ask you if there is the possibility, maybe there is another film, My Bloody Valentine, the second.
There is not. We're not hiding it anywhere. They have not, the powers that make those decisions have not asked me to do one. I don't think that they're making one. I think that they left it open and available to do it, but so far that they haven't put one in the works yet. So as of right now, no, but who knows?
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Hi there.
Hi. I'll be back in Vancouver over the summer, and
So will I. Around July, I have to go back.
I've been challenged to climb the grouse grind, and I know that Jared's done it before, and in lieu of him being here and giving me advice, have you climbed it, and what advice would you give me to get through?
Who doesn't know what the grouse? I'm sure nobody knows what the grouse grind is. Anybody know what the grouse grind is? No? Okay. Grouse Mountain is one of the local mountains in Vancouver that you can see from downtown. There's three peaks. There's Cypress, Grouse, and Seymour. And they're all ski resorts. You can go up there and ski. So you can be having lunch in downtown Vancouver and then be skiing 20 minutes later. But in the summertime, they open up the middle mountain, which is Grouse, to it's basically switchback stairs to go all the way up the mountain, which is just over a mile straight out. And people do it as an exercise. And I've done it once. That's all I needed. It's essentially doing like natural stairs straight up for an hour. And I think it took me just under an hour to do it.
Were you faster than Jared?
I think Jared's done it several times, and I think he's very self-competitive, so he likes to get his time out. I don't know how fast has he done, like 45 minutes maybe? Looks like faster than you. Yeah, thanks, I knew that. Yeah, jerk. 44 minutes? Yeah, see, he's like, I did it in 44.27 seconds. Whereas me, I'm like, I don't know, somewhere around an hour, I think. When I came to, the paramedics get revived me, yeah, I will say that when there's markers, there's like, it's like you've gone half a kilometer, or you've gone a quarter kilometer, or something like that. It's like you gotta be kidding me. Like I've only gone a half a kilometer, and I feel like I've been doing this my whole life. So I will say, watch your step, because you can slip very easy, and get out of the way of the people that are running it, because they will mow you down, and it'll probably be Jared. Good luck. What character I would like to play? A book when I was a child.
Or in a movie that's
Or an old movie? I don't know. I mean, I think one of my favorite movies and characters of all time was Cool Hand Luke. You guys know that movie? Paul Newman?
Yeah.
I'd love to remake that if they ever did. Although that might be an injustice to Paul Newman. I don't know. That's the problem. Old movies, I'm like, they're old, they need to stay there. That's, but, man, I can't wait to see Gatsby. That looks. Leonardo DiCaprio, damn you. Lucky on Supernatural. That would have been a fun role to do. Yeah, so.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Hi, Jason. So, in real life, did ever happen to you to stay in a room and suddenly the temperatures become colder?
I know where you're going with this. In real life?
Yes, have you ever been scared like that?
I think there's only one time that I can remember that, the hair stand up on the back of the neck and it's like, there's something behind me. This was probably back in like 2000, 2001. I was in my home in Los Angeles. I had a couple of roommates at the time, but nobody was home. They were off at work, and I was home by myself. And it was kind of a big house, and it was very open. That's what I remember. It wasn't a big house, but it was just a very open house. It was like from the kitchen was open to the dining room, was open to the living room, was open to the big stairwell. So I was at the kitchen. I was like washing my hands or something, and I turned the water off, and I swore I heard the front door close, which was no big deal. I was like, oh, one of my roommates called. I turned around, nobody there. I walked over to the front door, opened it, nobody, closed it, like, okay, whatever. And then I went back to the kitchen, and I think I opened the fridge, and I closed the fridge, and I just stopped, and it was like, chills came over me. And I'm like, there's something behind me right now. And I turned around. This was before Supernatural. Because otherwise I would have been like, bring it. I got salt. They don't want to mess with me now. But yeah, there was nothing ever happened. That I just turned around and it was that kind of overwhelming feeling that something just passed by, or I don't know what it was. That was the only time it ever happened, but obviously it left an impression on me. But that was the last and only time I could think that something like that happened. So, yeah, I wish I had Dean Winchester around.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi. I would love to know if you could meet your 80 years old self. What would you like him to say?
A lot. I would probably have a lot of questions for him, and I would hope that he would have a lot of really good advice for me. And yeah, who wouldn't like to run into your 80-year-old self? Be like, so how's it gonna go? How did we do? Hopefully he's very happy and healthy. I think those are the two things I would wish the most. And I would probably ask him, I'm like, all right, so I know I did something wrong along the way. What can you steer me away from that? What happened? What did I do wrong? Because we all make mistakes. Yeah, I don't know. That would be really interesting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I was wondering, in our first question, you were telling us about Garth trying to fit into Bobby's shoes. And I was wondering if Sam and Dean ever allowed him into Men of Letters.
I don't think we have. I think we would. I think that's, absolutely. I'm sure that Garth knows about Men of Letters and knows that, this is where we are. But yeah, I mean, the biggest thing with Garth is we went to see him because DJ's a very busy guy, and we love having him on the show. He's a great guy, but because he's not present, we have to just allude to the fact that, you know, Garth is out there helping out people doing something, and we talk to him on the phone every now and again, and it's a one-sided conversation. But yeah, I assume that, you know, if DJ does come back to the show and we can utilize Garth, yeah, I mean, I think that we would. Hey, let me show you this bed. It remembers me. Yeah, Dean would probably want to show Garth his bedroom and be like, right? It's all mine. Yeah. Thank you. Hi. Okay.
She'd like to know if you like to keep on directing, because she saw you directing some episodes of the Supernatural, and she'd like to know if you like to go on with this career after Supernatural, of course.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. It's a killer challenge for me, and I would be very nervous about going on to another show or trying to direct a crew and a cast that I'm not familiar with. I have way more respect for directors that have come in and had to direct us that don't know us. You know, it's not an easy thing to do. But I would appreciate the challenge, and I would hope that I could go on and continue doing it, because it's something I really enjoy. Thank you guys, yeah. Hi.
Hi. What was your inspiration for players in JIBCon?
My inspiration for playing? You know, at first, Eric Kripke told me that, you know, that he kind of loosely based these two characters off of like a Luke Skywalker, Han Solo kind of. You've heard that before, right? Yeah. So when he told me that, you know, I was like, okay, Harrison Ford, that's, hey. I'm a big fan of his. I'm a big fan of, you know, Indiana Jones and the Star Wars movies. So I don't, you know, I don't know that he was my inspiration, but I will say that was that gave me kind of an idea of how this character was, you know, was going to get played out. And you know, I used a lot of my initial instincts on how to play it, and I think that's. I mean, they gave me the job, so I just kind of stuck with that because I figured that was what they wanted. And you can kind of get an idea of what the character is, how the character is supposed to be played through the writing. And Eric did a wonderful job at kind of at creating these characters through his writing, and it helped us kind of grow the characters and you know, peel the layers off and really kind of mature with these characters. So you know, the inspiration came from the writing, really, to be honest. But it was nice to have, like, you know, a character like Han Solo to fall back on for me too.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Hi. Sorry, there's just a last question, so yes, go ahead.
We know that Mason is going to be directing in season 9, and I think last you spoke about when or when you're directing. From your experience, how much notice do you get about whatever shows you may be directing, whether it's kind of in a nipper or a standalone, how much your character is in it or not?
Not much, to be honest. I mean, with me, they did me a huge favor and have done me a huge favor by moving the episode that I directed first up in the lineup so that I would direct it first. So basically they had, like, you know, the first 3, 4, maybe 5 scripts written by the time we started shooting a season. They had ideas of where the story is going, but they're kind of broad strokes.
and then they continually pitch ideas for new scripts, and that's when you get in the writer's room, and that's what they do, and that's a world that I have not dove into, nor do I think I want to. I guess the simple answer to the question is the directors don't know. They get a script and it's like, oh, this is a big mythology script, or oh, this is one of the comedy scripts. So we don't really know. Basically what happens is there's a list of, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to 23, and then they just start they negotiate with the director's agents and say, okay, when is he available to do, we need it for 3 episodes. When is he available? Well, he's available in December, he's available in October and in January. Okay, well then he can do, episodes 8 and 13 and 20. They have no idea what those episodes are going to be. So they find out when the writers release the script. It's just a guess.
But for you, they would know when you're available to do a show. In the show, do they try to make it an episode where they make it?
I think, they would try. I think especially this year, if they do give me an episode, because I'm not going to do the first one like I normally do. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they give me one sometime during the season. I won't know, but I think that the writers will probably try to make an effort to probably not give me or Misha a really, really big, heavy episode. They like to leave those to the veterans, and I'm glad that they do because they're really difficult.
Do you plan to give him a little shake for the direction?
Hell yes. Oh yeah, he is going to hear it. Everybody, thank you so much.